Hey guys, what's going on? Inception here, and welcome to another video. Today we're going to be talking about Ultimate Team as a game mode. So, we did end up getting Elite and FUT Champs again, because every time I make these discussion types of videos, it's always about results. Let me tell you guys something, man. If you get a bare minimum of Elite in this game, right? And not even in this game, like just generally in FIFA, you're a decent player, you know what I'm saying? And you're getting the best types of rewards. The only step up after elite is top 100, where you get all those informs and all that kind of stuff, right? And top 100 is like 29 wins with skill rating or 30 wins with skill rating, because apparently there's a new no loss glitch, so God knows, right? But I wanted to talk about something. Okay, I want to talk about Ultimate Team as a game mode, and I need to say the results I get in FUT Champs, because that always matters to people. Okay, before I even start saying anything. Okay, I want to tell you guys something. This game mode right here should never have been added into the game. My thoughts in the first year that it came out in FIFA 17 were the last month that I played FUT Champs, where I got top 100 monthly and then I got top 100 weekly for some of the weeks once I got Patrick Vieira and Ronaldo, because you guys know those guys are huge in a team, right? Once I got those two in a team, uh, and I got those top 100 awards, I still told people that I wasn't going to play anymore. This year is a little different, right? Because this year, the delay is an absolute joke, but I'm going to grab my content regardless, because EA can go fuck themselves in that regard, right? Because it's, you guys know, I've been complaining about like inconsistent gameplay for years, and I'm not going to let another year of EA being the way they are for me to not, progress as a content creator. So it is what it is, right? But FUT Champs should never have existed as a game mode. It's an incredibly stressful concept, and not only is it a stressful concept, but the concept alone of the game mode makes absolutely no sense. The very concept of having wins and losses being in a quantity amount is absolutely ridiculously stupid. And I'll explain why, right? No other video game, right, has this type of process. No other video game has this thing where it's like, okay, we're going to give you 20, 30 matches, and in those 20, 30 matches, whatever wins and losses you get in those wins in those 30 matches is going to influence whatever type of awards you get, right? Nobody has that concept, because that's an idiotic concept, okay, for a video game. This, however, is a good concept. Division Rivals is a concept that exists in any other video game. You have a skill rating, matchmaking, tiered thing, right? In FUT Champs, if you transferred over your FUT Champs rewards over to Division Rivals, which is the game mode that makes the most sense for your competitive playlist for the general player, then it would be okay. This game mode right now sucks, not because of the way that it's made, right? Because the way that it's made in this game is actually better than it is in other games, because even when you lose or tie, you're still getting rank points, right? The problem in this game mode right now is that the rewards that you get, right, against higher tiered opposition is worse than what you used to get back in the day playing Division 1, okay? And that's an issue, because Division 1 back in the day used to be the matchmaking used to be more open, because you were Division 3 to Division 1, right? And because of that more open matchmaking, it's more fun to play the game, because you're not always facing the top tiered players 24/7, right? Let's just take a look at this, and I'm gonna do the math with you guys, because I used to grind the game consistently back in the day, like FIFA 15, when it used to be like 15K for Division 1 and 50K for Division 1, blah blah, right? Let's look at the reward system here. So let's just say, for instance, I get rank 1 for Division 2. Right now in FIFA, if you are 1650 or 1600 and above, you're essentially a Division 1 player. That's from what I've seen in the game so far. In the beginning of the game especially, if you're 1600 plus, you're a Division 1 player. Because Division 1 player basically means you're in the top 3 divisions, because the matchmaking used to be like that back in the day, right? Okay. As you guys know, tradable rewards are completely random, right? So I can get way less than 75K. And then if I go 2-3 weeks without getting that 75K, that whole time spent getting those Division Rivals rewards were a waste of time, right? Okay, let's just say, for instance, I choose the coin rewards. I can't choose the coin rewards right now, because I have to get the first owner ones. Why do I have to get the first owner ones? What do I have to get the tradable packs? Because I need to make profit, but I also need to be able to do those objectives, which I like. The concept of that is great, but it's not done properly in this game, and I will explain that afterwards. Okay, 75K for winning Division 1 or for being in Division 2 getting rank 1. That's not enough. It's not enough. When I used to win Division 1 back in the day, right? Let's just say we won Division 1 twice, which is 16 games. And guys, believe it or not, you do have to play a lot of games in Division Rivals to also get these coin rewards. Probably even more because the rank points are ridiculously high, right? Let's just like look for instance. So this is 75k coins, right? 15k is 30k, right? Just for one day. It's 30k just for one day. And then there's also the match coins on the side, right? So you're getting 500, 500, 500, 500, 500, right? So we're going to take the match coins out of the question. We're going to take it out of the equation in general, right? We're just going to be looking at the 30k. In 5 days, it's 150,000 coins. In 5 days, that's 150,000 coins, okay? And you get 75k coins for facing a higher tiered for facing higher tiered opposition 24/7, right? Whereas Division 1 back in the day, you faced in more open matchmaking and you got more rewards. Okay? Sure, don't get me wrong, you could get a tradable week, you could get packs 1 week where you get tradable rewards and you got like 200k. Sure, that could definitely happen, 100%. But if you get any 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks where you get less than this 75k, it's not worth it. It's not worth the time and effort spent facing higher tiered opposition, playing a certain way, okay? Because everyone's parking the bus right now doing the counterattack for these rewards. It just doesn't make any sense, right? Like I said, the only reason why this game mode is not good right now is because the rewards in this game mode are not good enough in the current setup, right? I like the concept of the objectives. In a way, it works for both parties, right? It works for both parties. One, if you play FUT drafts, rivals, or champs, and you get packs, before selling those players, you need to use them for objectives. That's a cool concept to me. I like it because it kind of makes it makes a variable where it's like, okay, I'm gonna pay 15k for a draft, and if I get some decent players, like even if I get Eric Bailly, he's a first owner player that is usable in Division Rivals, I can use that card towards doing this objective, blah, 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 blah. And there's obviously the pay to win concept for them, where it's like, oh, well, we're going to make this concept so that people open packs like crazy, collect first owner cards in their team, and then be able to do the objectives that way as well. Again, I don't mind it. It just doesn't work in the current setup for me with how the game modes are. Like I said, this game mode right here should never have existed, right? In this game mode right here, people are always talking about, oh, but I like the rewards in this game mode. The rewards in this game mode should be transferred to that game mode down there, okay? It should be transferred to Division Rivals. You know what you could have done with that slot of FUT Champs? You could have made that the fun slot where you still get coin rewards every single day from playing it, right? From doing different stuff, doing different challenges. You guys added this, right? And this is great for the general stuff, right? This is great for, you got your legends, your milestones, and your foundations. There should literally be, and this is going to be another year of me saying this, and honestly, everything I'm saying right now is not going to matter at the end, right? There should literally be a column, a challenge on the side there for something so minimalistic, like a card design. Literally a card design. You put challenges as a column, and it just has this infinite amount of stuff that you can do in the game. Just like if you go just like when you go play Call of Duty, there's headshots, there's camouflages, there's challenges, get kills with this, do this in this set time, blah blah blah. You could have done that in general just for designs of cards to have fun, right? In my opinion, what you could have done with FUT Champs is you either add, right, a tournament mode or a division mode. In my opinion, what could have worked in this is how I see it. In FUT Friendlies, which is essentially a glorified single match, right? In FUT Friendlies, what you could have done, right, is you could have had a column in this that has an online tournament column where you can do unique online tournaments for people, for them to get fun rewards or just coin rewards, or just have a tournament mode where you get a good amount of coins, but you have to use different players. You're forced to use a certain formation, and then it always switches, and then that can lead into certain challenges into the game as well. You could have added that column for tournaments, because tournaments is a good concept. Okay, tournaments is a good concept. I'll explain why. In draft, online draft right now is the best game mode that exists in your game, and the rewards in it don't even pay out that well. Do you know why it's the best game mode? Because it's open matchmaking, right? So, you know, you face people due to the round that you're in. So, you know, you might hit the finals and you face a better player. We're taking into consideration, like, we're not thinking about delay right now, which is a huge issue with gameplay, and that it affects anyone's game style no matter what. It affects your wins and losses 100%, right? But your online draft experience right now, let's just say generally speaking, you face different tiered players. That concept makes more sense for video games. I'll explain to you why. When you play games like Call of Duty and Fortnite, their main focus is not to push the competitive aspect to you. Their main thing with their video games is to create a fun game for you that has open matchmaking, right? I'm not saying I want to face low tier players, because honestly, it's not fun to destroy people. But facing competent mid tier and high tier players is the best. In my opinion, when I play draft, I very rarely come up against low tier players. I am at the very least coming up against competent, mid tier, and then high tier. Very, very rarely do I come up against the low tier where it's just like, this is just an absolute flop over here, right? But that makes it more fun. Online draft is a fun game mode because of that very reason. If I wasn't a content creator myself, I wouldn't play these two game modes. I wouldn't touch them. What I would do is I would make enough coins to just play draft consistently for the rest of the year. I have enough coins to sell this team right here and then just play drafts for the rest of the year. It's possible for me. Even though it's 15K, they'll give you some coin rewards back in some sort of way, and then I could just basically go from there, right? But yeah, that's my opinion on the game of Ultimate Team. It was kind of like all over the place a little bit. I just kind of wanted to give my thoughts on it and what I think in regards to it all, in my opinion. Again, I had to say my results for FUT Champs, getting top 100 back when it first came out. Once I got the really good players, getting elite now with the Road to Glory team in delay, with Park the Bus being a super huge meta. You know what people don't understand about how bad Park the Bus is like this. You know how back in the day when people used to use a 5 at the back formation, and that used to be frowned upon like crazy because it was so hard to pass, right? Because it was so unfair and broken. It's the same thing as them adding Park the Bus. Adding Park the Bus and any sort of variation of a defending style in FIFA without anything to work around that certain playstyle was a mistake. And adding this game mode right here was a huge mistake. No other video game company has a game mode like this for rewards, in-game rewards, that are the best gameplay rewards you can get in the game, because it makes no sense, okay? That's pretty much it in regards to my thoughts on Ultimate Team. What I'm saying right now is honestly not really going to matter, because they don't really do anything about it anyways, because I preached about this exact thing in the second week of FIFA last year, and the thing that they did this year is, okay, glorified single match in online friendlies, and we're going to keep the rest of it the same. Makes no sense. Even Division Rivals, they made the skill rating cap for Division Rivals to 2200, but dude, who the hell wants to hop on this game and play the sweatiest of the sweats 24/7, and the only thing you think about in this game is always meta. It's just meta, right? When I was talking about the icon cards, in that one video, right, yesterday, what was the thought process for the icon cards? The thought process is, which one is going to be the most meta for me to use right now? It's not, oh, I'm a Portuguese guy, I want to get Rui Costa. It's not, oh, I'm a Liverpool fan, let me get Steven Gerrard. Some of you guys still have that concept, but the first thing that comes to mind is always meta, which is fine. It is what it is. You want to have players that actually feel good in the game, which, to be honest, EA can do a better job at. But I just think that Ultimate Team right now is not as good as it should be because of the way that they spread out gameplay content in the game. I think that the balance between Division Rivals, FUT Champs, and Online Draft is absolutely terrible. And I really genuinely believe that FUT Champs should never have been added. I stand by my opinion 4 years ago, as I do now. It should never have been added into the game. That's just my opinion. You don't have to see it that way. I just really think that some of the people that are saying that they're already bored with FIFA right now, that's the biggest reason why. Because the spread of gameplay content is not good enough and it's not fun enough. Online Draft is the saving grace of this game, in my honest opinion. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out, dudes.